Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is CSR KPop. It has been a while. It has been a while. It has been a while. For those that don't know me, I am a K-pop influencer, K-pop style content creator that does content centered around the Hallyu wave, which is mainly K-pop. But you know, I'm trying to get into K-dramas and other stuff, news, general stuff, and horror stories as well. I'm trying to get into that, but anyways, first of all, thank you guys for stopping by and watching this video. Yes, you can heard from my title, I'm going to be talking about Blackswan because ever since the last upper serious official statement about Youngin and Judy leaving, I was really disappointed. Can't lie, I was really angry, and I just want to like go through the process, you know. So I'm going to be doing my makeup whilst also doing a Blackswan kind of expose. I actually wanted to like organize this a bit more better, like get my facts straight, like in December of 2015, like, you know, kind of thing. But I'm just gonna recall off of my top of my head from what I remember of what has happened, and I'm gonna write down all the dates, put the evidence all up on the screen. And so yeah, I also want to say thank you to everyone that has been subscribing. Like a few days ago I was actually on 665 subscribers, and it has now gone to 67, I think it was, yeah. And you know, I'm just so happy that you guys are still like encouraging me to upload. Well, no one has actually said I'll go upload, but you know, like I've just been in a rut because my channel has been around for quite a long time and I don't seem to have the, I've just recently hit 400,000 views on my channel, which I'm so grateful for everyone have been watching my my content. But yeah, I just feel like it doesn't reflect the amount of people that have been subscribing. So yeah, it is my goal to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I would really implore for you guys to go and subscribe to my channel. And you know, a lot of black creators, it takes a while for us to go up, and you know, for me it's nearly 4 years and I have not even no, it's been 4 years actually. I have not even like, you know, gotten subscribers, and I want to do this for fun, but also it's really hard to do it for fun when I see that my work hasn't been, you know, it's not showing in the numbers, and I'm trying to not get into that. But yeah, I've not been uploading as of recent because of I got a new job, so I'm going to get started with my makeup, and yeah, we're gonna get started to talk about Blackswan. Blackswan is the first ever, like, they've introduced the first ever black idol, which was Alex Reid from I think around I can't really tell, it was 2017, 2016, around that time. And you know, people were like, oh my gosh. And you know, throughout the time they used to be called Rania. They changed it to then they now changed it to Blackswan for this era. So Blackswan started off, they're under a company called DR Music. They have introduced their first ever international K-pop group, and as far as I know, Blackswan is currently one of the only K-pop groups that is under DR Music. So they are the main priority of the entertainment company to try and get them out there and, you know, produce music. And from the beginning they used to be called Rania. They had, you know, mixtapes, music, up until, you know, they didn't get as much traction up until they introduced a new member called Alex Reid, and she was a mixed race but black. Oh, I think she's mixed race. Yeah, she's a part Mexican, part black, so like African American, so, or Native American and black. I don't know, she's like a mix of something, but she was visibly not Korean, a non-Korean idol, the first ever non-Korean idol. She had one of the best raps, I would say, in hip-hop history.
Top notch, bunny dripping hot, hot honey. Bossed up, now I'm getting non-stop money. I'ma let him hate cause the whole squad love me. My girls in the line.
I think they underused her to a point where you know, obviously she would have to leave because, you know, she has so much talent, and I feel like she would just be wasted potential on the music song called Demonstrate with Alex. I think that was the only, that and their first album. I'm gonna try this foundation. Apparently it was quite cheap. I need to try this on. I don't know if it's my colour. That's my only issue. Oh, it looks alright. So yeah, I'm gonna put a little because I'm just gonna take it off later on. I have no primer. So yeah, I just feel like they've wasted their potential with Alex. Alex should have been at the top, should have been up there, but yeah, they've underused her. They so she had one of the best. So basically what they made her do is rap in the beginning of Demonstrate, in the music shows, live shows, for the first half, 30 seconds and 1 minute. Then she left the stage. Then at the last few minutes she'll go back on there with the backing up dancers, say her last few lines, and then that was the end of the show. And you would think that she was just like, maybe let's say just a member, but no, she ended up being the leader of Rania. Oh, because she could be able to better speak with the international shows, speak English, because she's from America. And so I think apparently there was rumors that some members didn't like that, and that, you know, because she just joined, it's like it was quite bad to do that. But at the end of the day, it wasn't her choice. The company made her do it. I think this is suited me well, but it's a bit too red for my liking. And so after she left, the group were slowly losing their traction, I believe. And then I thought that Rania was no more, and then in came Fatu and what's her name, Layla. So I think in the height of COVID they introduced Fatu, Bamba, I think that's her name, and Layla, who are both non-Korean. And yeah, Young and Judy were from, and Himi were from Rania still. And some members ended up leaving because obviously the company weren't really like filling out their duties, so they decided not to continue their contract with them and moved on with their lives. They probably are living normal lives now, working in as baristas, or, you know, having kids and family. So that's basically it. People, obviously, when Fatu was released to be one of the newest members, people were shocked because it was a visibly dark-skinned black woman, and obviously doesn't fit the standard of Korean beauty, whatnot, yada 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 yada. Layla, she's a Brazilian Japanese mixed girl, and Fatu's from Belgium. Well, she's Senegalese, but she grew up in Belgium but can speak Korean. She's been in Korea for a number of years, and she's been in Korea for a number of years and she can speak the language. So it wasn't going to be an issue for either of them. I think Layla's mom is half Korean as well as half Japanese. Oh, I need to leave the thing. But yeah, so what actually now happened with the scandal? Himi left soon after they released like concept images about their new song, and she had to leave because she had a scandal with one of her fans, claiming that she used him to get money and didn't pay him back. And that was a whole other issue. If you want to know about what happened there, I'm going to link Adiola Ash's video, because she went into detail as to what had happened with the whole scandal. And so she left, and then the group became 4. And so they didn't really have that much like they were in a lot of like YouTube variety shows, I would say. And they released a new song called I forgot what it's called, mate. I actually forgot. Actually, they released the album, which was literally a collection of Rania's music. Our Rania members weren't getting paid for them using their voice in the album, which was kind of sus. Like, why would you make an album with old members' sound? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, and then I think they had one song that they all sang, the newer members anyways. And then yeah, then they had like this festival where they were like performing older songs, which was like, was it needed in my opinion? I saw it, it was good, it was a good cover, but I think they should have come up with their own song before they would have gone. But I think it was kind of short on notice, if I'm being honest. So after they released Close to Me, that song with the whole prison concept, which was it could have been a vibe, but the execution was interesting, to say the least anyways. So then after they released Close to Me, there was an account on Twitter that now claimed that Fatu was bullying Layla off of Blackswan, and that she was the account was actually Layla's mum asking for help because Layla was finding it hard to live with Fatu, and that Fatu was being aggressive towards her. Guys, trust the process. I look like a freaking weirdo, but trust the process. And so people, especially the Brazilian fans, the Brazilian Luminas obviously believed her. And at first I was like, why would she bully her in a foreign country? It just doesn't make any sense to me. My mind got me thinking, I hope there's not a sinister thing, that this is, you know, if this were to be true, I hope that they can be able to resolve it, you know. It's going to be quite hard because, you know, Fatu is a black girl in a foreign country. Why would she even try and do that? So Fatu nearly almost instantly released a statement saying that all of this was actually a lie, and that Layla was the perpetrator, and all the members know about this. And now people were looking back on their videos, especially in videos like, let's say, with Edward Avila, when they did a collab with him, and the members were all awkward, except from Layla. Layla was being very loud, very obnoxious, and I guess that's probably her personality, but it was like, you can tell the energy was off. The two said that Layla was being rude, especially to her family, because they had a private concert. They had a concert in Belgium, and you know, this was the time where Fatu could be able to see her family after a while. Like, she'd been in Korea for a long time because of training, and also before then as well. So it must have been a while before she saw her family and friends. And so Layla was being very disrespectful in the house, apparently. And Fatu didn't really like that, and for some reason the company told her to take down the statements. Like, a few hours after, the company told her to take down the statements on Twitter and they should resolve it offline, which is interesting because they didn't do the same with Layla. It is giving white privilege. Anyways, Layla kept her statement up until Fatu proved herself to be right, and she even had evidence. She screenshotted messages, all of that. And then obviously Layla removed the messages, and people were calling her like, you know, why would you do that? Why would you do something to Fatu like that? And obviously now the bullying began of Layla. Being psychopath, ambitious, all of that, and a liar. I look crazy, and I think I may have left this in for a bit too long, so I'm gonna like press it in a bit more. Fatu had to issue an apology for standing up for herself, but anyways, Layla issued an apology for the Luminas. But the thing is, during the whole time of the frenzy that was happening, Layla was liking comments that were heavily racist towards Fatu, and she was even joining in with the taunting, racial taunting of Fatu, because it was obviously Brazilians are quite not accepting of Negroes. But yeah, so Layla, people were like, okay, if she was actually really sorry about it, why would she now go off and do that instead, like to do that to her bandmate, because knowing that she's black and, you know, people are actually racist. She was still in the promotions, but I think around Christmas time they said that she had a psychological evaluation, and that she has to take a break because the psychiatrist found out that she's not really great mentally, which is ironic because she brought this all onto herself. She wanted to be a solo artist, because whenever she was sharing the room with Fatu and was telling Fatu that she's going to be a solo artist and this is just going to give her a leg up, or being a clout, basically give her clout, so that when she does her own ish, she'll get like the fans and stuff, and she'll be a solo artist or whatnot. They had to move them rooms around. Fatu left. I think she lives by herself now, I believe, by her own room. She has her own room now. She used to live with Layla, but obviously that didn't last well. I don't know. How do I look so far? And so, yeah, that's basically all that kind of happened. And yeah, so when you go on their Instagram, if they have like any promotions and Layla's on there, people say, oh, what's this backup dancer doing here, you know, like they're kind of like a bit justifiably not accepting of Layla, because she wasn't nice to the members, and all the members, you know, they all know the truth about what happens in the back. Judy and Younggun had to, they didn't, I think whether it was the company and them amicably decided not to extend the contract, and they have 2 new members. So mind you, Close to Me promotions have all finished, they've all finished, and yeah, they have 2 new members, which is Shreya and Gabby. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I think Shreya is the better one of the trainees, but I think Gabby needs more training because she's on her level. She's not that great, but I'll get into why. I'm gonna try this grey coal eyeliner and do it like line my waterline basically. So let's see if this will work. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put my why am I looking at my, okay, I'm gonna put this there. Doesn't look too bad. I think Shreya is an amazing dancer, let's get into it. Singer, she's good. All-rounder, great. Gabby needs more work, and I think after Younggun and Judy have left, they're gonna be continuing the promotions with, so it's now almost an all international K-pop group. It's giving Kachi 2.0. The ghetto never scary. Scary. I can never. I'm sorry, I had to say it. Given they have more scandals than comebacks, it just shows that something is amiss here. I think both girls like Gabby and Shreya, so I think that's a good thing. So after they said, oh, Younggun and Judy are not going to be no longer staying, Fatu, they immediately after they said, oh, Fatu is going to promote. Immediately after they promoted Fatu's new mixtape, which was coming out later during the week. and I felt like that was really shady, and that was, I don't say shady, but okay, let me just say it was very bad of them to do that. It was the worst strategy that you could ever come up with, because we're still, as fans, we're still recovering from the fact that 2 members that were mainly the only Korean members, were one of the sweetest ladies that deserve the world, that they're not going to be staying around, and now you're saying, oh, for 2's album is going to come out, which I have yet to listen, but I hear it fire. Like, I really want to hear it. So yeah, I'm so happy for two getting her mixtape out, because at least she's doing music instead of Scandal being embroiled in scandal every day. Please, it gets tiring for one day. So yeah, all props to her. But I think the way the company handled the whole Youngin and Judy leaving was terrible on their part, and I think they should have left for a period of time. They should have held off on for 2's mixtape going out, or less they could have said, oh, her mixtape is coming out, and after that they could have said, oh, Youngin and Judy are no longer here. You know, it's kind of like you're giving us a low, and then they're like, okay, forget about it. 5 minutes later, for 2 is releasing her stuff. Like, all props to for 2. I'm not hating on anything, but it's just like they could have handled that aspect a bit better, because after they said, oh, they're not longer staying, people started now coming after Layla, saying, why didn't she leave? Which I think the way she bullied for 2 online, and knows the narrative can change instantly if for 2 didn't speak up for herself. I don't think that was the best way of them handling the situation. And the fact that they've reprimanded for 2 more than Layla, it speaks volumes that the company is not gonna be on for 2's side, and she's gonna have to be the one looking out for herself. Judy and Youngin, I really hope that they, you know, if they can understand English, I hope that you guys can move on from this. I'm sorry that you have to spend your youth, especially this women spend their youth trying to get into the industry, trying to be big, but had to be embroiled in all of this mess and the non-activity. It's really sad. I got the lips left to do, and I got all my lip products in my purse. I mean, this sort of things happen when you're in a girl group, to be honest. A lot of girls are very mean to each other. So it doesn't not make sense that there won't be a fighting. So that's my thoughts on the whole Blackswan situation. I hope you guys agree, or if you don't agree, tell me why in the comments. I really want to start a conversation with all of you guys. What else? I don't think DR Music is doing its best to protect all the members, because should another, oh, let me before I forget, there was another issue recently that she started, Layla, that's what I mean, Layla started liking more racist comments about for 2, which means that her behavior is not changing. So yeah, but apparently they say that they both sat down and they have worked out the differences, so they're now friends again. I think they're only being amicable because they don't want to, like, they both have different goals in life, and I think it's better to just do the work. After all this, they don't have to contact each other again. That's their own issue. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that, what do you guys think about the whole group? Because I think Blackswan is not going to get anywhere if DR Music don't if they don't man up and start promoting these girls, because they have something there. Their main selling point is that they have international idols, and I think they should utilize that well, especially when you have for 2, because for 2 is a force to be reckoned with. I think she's a really good rapper. She's got a good energy. I can feel it from her. I'm not like that kind of spiritual gal, but I can just feel that she's a good person and she means well for people. but if you don't utilize it well, I'm just scared to see what would happen. I don't want to see another Alex Reed 2.0. I don't want to be a waste of potential, just like what they did to Judy and Youngun, which is totally unfair. I'm glad that they helped her release her new mixtape, but it doesn't negate the fact that they have not really done well in protecting Fatu from all the racist comments that the Brazilian luminaries were doing. And I feel like a lot more accountability should be taking place on Layla's part. And I think that they shouldn't have been too hasty in getting Gabby into the group. But that's my whole 2 cents about it. Hi guys, it's currently November. I'm currently editing this video, but another thing I wanted to add why I don't think Blackswan, they are not as great, that I haven't mentioned in the video is the fact that they're using Shreya. I feel like they're just using the international identity of the members as a way of just selling products from other companies, because if you look at their recent Instagram posts, they've been they've just been using them as models. Like, I know Shreya, like, she's like the pride of India. Like, she has been like doing Google Pixel, I think it's Google Pixel or something, a Google product. She was like trying to sell a Google product, like, as the first ever Indian Korean, like, okay, yes, we get it, like, good on her. But like, I just feel like they should just get into the music now, because like there shouldn't be anything wrong, like, you know, like, just get started, like, you know, start promoting. So yeah, I think it's verging on away from the music aspect rather than it's verging away from the music aspect, and I just think that they should be focusing on that instead of trying to. I feel like they're at the stage now trying to get investors or like some money raised for another comeback, but then I just feel like they need to have a good song that they're making them work so hard now, like, for it, if you get what I mean. Like, they should have a song already, like, ready, that now is just the funds, and that's when you can start using them as models, as, you know, like, promotions and stuff like that. Like, I just think they're going about it the wrong way. But they have the degree. I'm just a common tin human here. So yeah, I'm sorry I look a bit busted, but yeah, I just thought to add this in because, like, I just think, yeah, I was gonna delete this whole video, but I just think I've got like a kind of like a base down, and yeah, I was gonna go into how Gabby is not really a good member to include, but then again, she's not the fault of the fall of Blackswan. So yeah, that's the title I'm thinking of using. But yeah, I just think she needs more training. That's all I've got to say about her. And yeah, that's it. But I think Gabby is integrating well in the group, so yeah, she's nice. She's nice, I guess. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If there's any other scandals that I've missed out, please let me know down in the comments. I'm going to stream Pretty with a Psycho Face, PF, for Tu's new single, new mixtape. Yeah. I am so happy because Fatu is really literally doing what all the idols are supposed to be doing, the company is supposed to be doing with the group, and yeah, she's taking the opportunity by the horns, and yeah, I'm just so happy that she's getting the shine. Like, you know, Layla was the one that was saying I'll be doing single, being a solo artist, but now it's Fatu. I like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about my makeup. It's so yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video. Please comment down below and tell me what you guys thought. And yeah, bye from Mang, Tata, and me, and I'll see you guys next time. This has been CSR KPop, and I'll see you guys next time. Roll my outro. See you guys later. Peace.